Life on Earth teaches us one important thing: under the right conditions, life can begin and survive. Scientists believe that life does not always need a planet exactly like Earth. What life really needs are some key things: liquid water, a source of energy, and the right mix of chemicals. On Earth, these ingredients came together and gave rise to millions of different species. But if the same conditions exist elsewhere, even in a very different form, life could exist there too. When we think of life, we often imagine plants, animals, or humans. But the truth is, life could look nothing like what we know. It could be as simple as tiny microbes living under ice, or as strange as creatures built on chemicals other than carbon. Some scientists even imagine the possibility of silicon-based life forms, which would be completely alien to us. This shows that life is flexible. It can adapt. It may not need to follow Earth's exact recipe. The universe is vast, with billions of galaxies, each holding billions of stars and planets. It seems unlikely that Earth is the only place where life has found a way to exist. The real question is not if life exists elsewhere, but how different it might be from what we know. When people imagine alien life, they often look far away to other star systems. But the truth is, we might not need to go that far. Our own solar system already has several worlds that could possibly hide life. These worlds are not warm and green like Earth, but they may still carry the ingredients that life needs. Take Mars, for example. This red planet has always captured human imagination. Long ago, Mars had rivers, lakes, and maybe even an ocean. Today, it looks dry and empty, but scientists have found signs that water still exists underground. They have also detected methane gas in the Martian atmosphere, which is interesting because on Earth, some microbes produce methane. This does not prove that life is on Mars, but it makes us wonder if something small, maybe hidden beneath the surface, could still be alive. Another exciting place is Europa, one of Jupiter's moons. At first glance, Europa looks like a frozen ball of ice. But beneath that thick icy crust lies a massive ocean of liquid water, possibly twice as much water as all the oceans on Earth combined. Deep in that dark ocean, there could be hydrothermal vents, just like the ones on Earth's sea floor, where heat and minerals mix. On Earth, these vents are full of life, even though there is no sunlight. If something similar exists on Europa, it could be a home for alien creatures. Then there is Enceladus, a small moon of Saturn. Enceladus surprised scientists when they saw geysers shooting water vapor and ice particles from cracks in its surface. This means there is an ocean hidden beneath its icy shell. These geysers even contain organic molecules, the building blocks of life. It's almost like Enceladus is spraying clues into space, telling us that its ocean might be alive. And we cannot forget Titan, Saturn's largest moon. Titan is very strange compared to Earth. It has rivers and lakes, but they are filled with liquid methane and ethane instead of water. Its thick orange atmosphere makes it mysterious, but it shows that chemistry works in many different ways. Scientists wonder if life could form in such exotic conditions, not based on water, but on something completely different. If so, Titan would show us that life can be more flexible than we ever imagined. When we look at these worlds, Mars, Europa, Enceladus, and Titan, we realize that Earth may not be so unique. Our solar system alone has several places where life could survive. If that is true, then finding life might not be a matter of if, but of when. While our solar system gives us exciting possibilities, the real treasure of discovery lies beyond it, in the vast galaxy filled with planets orbiting distant stars. These are called exoplanets. Just a few decades ago, we didn't even know for sure if planets outside our solar system existed. Today, thanks to powerful telescopes, we have discovered thousands of them, and the number keeps growing every year. Among these countless exoplanets, some lie in what scientists call the Goldilocks Zone, the region around a star that is just right for liquid water. Not too hot, not too cold. If a planet is too close to its star, water would evaporate. If it's too far, water would freeze solid. But in the Goldilocks zone, conditions may allow oceans, lakes, and rivers to exist, and with them, the possibility of life. Some of these worlds are even labeled Earth-like. They may have rocky surfaces, atmospheres, and temperatures similar to ours. For example, the famous TRAPPIST-1 system has 7 Earth-sized planets orbiting a small star, and at least 3 of them are in the habitable zone. Imagine an entire family of worlds, all circling the same star, each one a potential home for life. But the exciting part is this: life might not even need a perfect Earth copy to survive. Some exoplanets are bigger than Earth, called super-Earths, with thicker atmospheres that could protect life from harsh radiation. Others may orbit stars very different from our Sun, cooler red dwarfs, for example. Even though these stars are dimmer, their planets could still have enough warmth to host oceans. Every new discovery adds to a growing list of possible homes for life. And considering the size of the universe, the numbers are mind-blowing. There are billions of stars in our galaxy alone, and most of them likely have planets. Multiply that by the billions of galaxies across the universe, and it becomes nearly impossible to believe Earth is the only place where life took hold. The more we learn about exoplanets, the more we see Earth not as a special exception, but as part of a much larger story. Somewhere out there, under alien skies, there may already be living worlds waiting for us to find them. Finding life beyond Earth would be one of the greatest discoveries in human history. Even if it were something as small as a microbe, it would completely change how we see ourselves and our place in the universe. For centuries, people have wondered if we are unique, or if the universe is filled with other forms of life. A single discovery would finally answer that ancient question. Imagine scientists confirming that there are living organisms on another planet or moon. Suddenly, life would no longer be something limited to Earth. It would become a cosmic phenomenon. It would prove that biology is not a rare accident, but a natural outcome wherever the right conditions exist. That realization alone would reshape science forever. Now imagine something even bigger, the discovery of intelligent life. If we ever detect signals or evidence from an advanced civilization, the world as we know it would never be the same. Every human culture, religion, and philosophy would be forced to face the truth that we are not the only thinking beings in the universe. For some, this idea might be frightening. For others, it could be inspiring, showing us that humanity is part of a much greater community of life. The impact would not only be cultural but also practical. Our technologies, our science, even our politics could change. Meeting another civilization might give us knowledge far beyond what we have today, or it could raise new questions about survival and cooperation on a universal scale. Would they be peaceful explorers like us? Or would they see the universe in ways we cannot even imagine? But even without intelligent aliens, simply finding microbial life would carry a deep message. It would tell us that the universe is fertile. That life does not belong to Earth alone. And if life can begin twice, once here, and once somewhere else, then it might exist in countless other places as well. In the end, the discovery of life beyond Earth would not just be about science. It would be about meaning. It would challenge us to look at the universe not as empty space, but as a living cosmos, filled with possibilities far greater than we ever dreamed. When we look at everything we've learned, from Mars to Europa, from distant exoplanets to the vast stretches of the cosmos, one truth begins to shine through: Earth may not be the only home for life. Our world is special to us, but the ingredients that made it alive are not unique. Water, energy, and chemistry exist in many places. If life found a way here, it may have found a way elsewhere too. This idea changes how we see ourselves. For so long, humans thought of Earth as the center of everything. Then we discovered it was just one planet among many. Later, we realized our sun was just one star among billions. And now, we may be on the edge of the next great discovery, that life itself is not limited to Earth. The universe is enormous, filled with possibilities beyond imagination. Somewhere, under icy oceans, inside distant atmospheres, or orbiting faraway suns, other forms of life may already be waiting. Some may be simple, like tiny microbes. Others could be advanced, looking at the stars just as we do, asking the same question, are we alone? The search is not just about science. It is about wonder, curiosity, and the human spirit. Every discovery brings us closer to understanding that Earth is only one chapter in a much greater story, the story of life in the universe. So, what if Earth isn't the only home for life? Then the universe might not be empty at all. It might be alive. And perhaps, one day, we will find that we are not alone.